Hi, good evening, and welcome everybody to Candidly Krystal. I'm Crystal Pino.
And I'm Crystal Stark.
This is our weekly lifestyle and entertainment show where we get a kickback and chat. We talk about what's happening in the world and our lives. We obviously welcome some interesting and entertaining guests every single Thursday. Now, before we actually jump in and talk about who our guests are tonight, I want to share a special video with you guys. This literally warmed my heart when I saw this. Aww. Here is a video of Crystal Stark and her adorable son, Cole, performing a holiday favorite.
Christmas time is here. Happiness and cheer, fun for all that children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air, carols everywhere, golden times and ancient rhymes of love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells in the air, it's beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year.
My little man, he's so cute. I cannot hear you.
I love that video so much for so many reasons. The first reason is I know as a mom, when it comes to your kids doing something, you tend to be a little bit harder on them than maybe a regular coach would be. So talk about that. How was the behind the scenes of that?
Especially when your mom's a vocal coach and a vocal teacher. You know, I'm like, Cole, no. Yeah, I mean, it was stressful. That was probably take 10 of that because he kept forgetting the words. And I'm like, Cole, it's right there. It's right in front of you. So I had to like, woo-saw it out and be like, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, getting him in that little suit and combing his hair, that was just as much as a battle as getting him to sing it. You know, and I'm trying to throw on my dress at the last minute because I'm all trying to get him ready and make sure I'm not messing up on the piano when I'm accompanying him. So we were kind of a hot mess behind the scenes, but the end product is so worth it. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you for blessing us with that. That literally, when I saw it, I was like, and what did I do? I texted you and I was like, we're putting that video on the show.
You did. Like instantly. And it made me feel really good. Thank you for texting me. Thank you for wanting to play it on the show.
We wanted to make sure we started off on I'm happy to put any performance of yours on this. So, of course, we wanted to start off with that to bring some holiday cheer. And tonight we want to tell you a little bit about some of the guests that are joining us. We've got the co-founder and COO of SOMOS, Arthur Garcia, will be joining us here shortly.
That's right. And we also will be chatting with Liz Cracchiolo, founder of Nova.com, and Liz Cracchiolo Life Coaching. She'll be sharing some of her Lizzy's life hacks. But before we go any further, we have to do our wind down word of the day. I can't wait. My wine is ready.
I know.
What's
mine
it
too.
Gonna be?
Mine too.
Yes. If you're watching, we need your help to help us drink. Every week, we depend on you to come up with a fantastic wind down word, one that we can say enough during
Yes.
the show and slip in all kinds of different ways so that we can empty our glasses. So be thinking of what you want it to be. Because
And you can start putting stuff now in the comment section, no matter where you're watching, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or right here on Facebook Live. Put it in the comments so we can figure out what tonight's wind down word is going to be. And I want to make sure, before we also go any further, that we welcome everybody who's watching the replay or the rebroadcast of the show. We're so happy that you decided to come back and join in on the fun. And please continue to comment and have some fun with us. And depending on where it is and when you're watching, you can participate with the wind down word of the day too. Hopefully,
exactly. Right? I know. We have some good ones already coming in. We have holiday. Oh, another
we got
holiday.
a couple holidays.
Ho, ho, ho. I mean, you have to say that correctly in a sentence or it can go bad. Christmas, that's all. Look at. And fa la 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 la. Yes, all these are great.
Every time I see that, I think of the scene from A Christmas Story when they're at the restaurant, when their dinner was ruined on Christmas morning or Christmas afternoon, and they're singing that song to them and the family's watching. I think that's what I think of when anybody says that.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, that's like your favorite Christmas movie. You've quoted it, I feel like 3 times, in the past 30 minutes, and I love it. I love it.
Guilty as charged. So today, while everybody's filling in and giving us our wind down word, I want to make sure that I say happy birthday to somebody very special in my life. I want to make sure I say happy birthday to my mother-in-law, Nana Didi.
Aww.
Happy birthday to one of the most amazing women that I am so blessed to have in my life. She's such a great grandmother. She's a great friend. She's an amazing mother-in-law. So I want to make sure before I do anything else that I say happy birthday to her. And I hope she has a blessed day today. We cannot wait to get together safely in person so we can say happy birthday in person. So happy birthday to my amazing mother-in-law. I told you earlier, I hit the jackpot when it came to mother-in-laws, and you were saying you did too. Yeah. And I got to tell you, if you have a son, be that mother-in-law that we're talking about, because it just makes everything so much easier. So stress-free.
Exactly. And that's just like, I love Bill's mom because she's a strong, opinionated woman. And, she speaks her mind and she's full of joy and laughter. And I'm like, oh my God, I've told her, I said, thank you, because that's how he can deal with me. Because you're so strong. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Shout out to all the amazing mother-in-laws out there. You are very much appreciated.
Yes, for sure. We have some more words coming in.
Ooh,
blissful.
I like that one, Tess.
Tess Art always has good ones.
Yeah,
Star. I like Star.
That's a good one too, Hall. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
So we have holiday, blissful, star, Christmas. What else did we have? Fa la la la.
Ho ho ho.
Woo. There are some good ones today.
I like holiday. Because you can go on a holiday and we're in the middle of the holidays and we can put it in a sentence often, which means I get to drink more wine. So that's my vote.
If you choose that one, do I have to go grab another bottle? Because even last week with Jingle, I ran out like 3/4 of the way through our show. I was like, watching, like I literally left the party at 10 o'clock. I was like, see you guys. Oh, cheers. Yep. Jingle.
Must be nice to still have wine.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we did get a double vote for holiday.
We did. So I feel like that's what it has to be. So I'm so excited. It's official.
Holiday is our wind down word of the day tonight. So when you hear that word and this, you know that you can cheers and take a drink. It starts now. Starting now. No more. Don't try to drop it in every chance you get, Krystal.
I mean, you know me. I can't help it because I just love my wine. So I got to go for it.
Your mom juice.
Exactly. My mom juice. So speaking of being a mom and we're in this holiday season. It really fit in the sentence. It really did. I am stressed out because I ordered a lot of Christmas presents online and they're taking forever to get here. Now, have you ordered all your presents? Are you in this same boat? Are you good to go? Where are you at with present shopping?
Okay, because we publicly said last show that we wanted to commit to shopping small, I have been trying to do that. So the only gifts that I have right now actually ordered are my daughter's teacher's gifts. I haven't purchased anybody else's, but for this year for my daughters, I went on Etsy and I found some custom ornaments for teachers that will have their name, a really cute saying, and then it'll put my daughter's name and the year. I'm waiting for those too, and I need them by next Wednesday, and I ordered them at the beginning of the month, so I'm like, come on, please.
Yeah, it's close. It's so hard, and then it's like, and then what if you order something, and then it comes when you don't want it to come, and the picture of what it is on the box? They should know.
Yes,
this time
you gotta
of year,
have time.
and then. Yeah, and then your kids see the box and you got to be like, and play it off. That happened to my kid's dad, my ex-husband, and I was cracking up because he was all upset. He's like, I had to play it off, and I'm like, yeah, that's tough. But we have decided here in the Stark Foster household that we are only buying presents for the children. We did this last year, and it saved so much grief. No adults. I'm not buying presents for adults. If you want something, you can get it for yourself. And I think the best present you could give to somebody else is the gift of, hey, let's not get each other anything. Let's take that stress off of the table. That is the best gift that you could give me. Because if I find something at some other time during the year and I want to get it for you, like, that's so much more meaningful because I'm like, I know you'd love this. And here's this present out of nowhere versus I have to get you something now. And it might not be something you want. That's a waste of money. True. I can't anymore.
Yeah, no, it's easier only to do it for the kids. I agree. My husband and I haven't formally exchanged gifts for a while. Every year though, we're like, do you want to get this for Christmas for each other? Yeah, cool. It's a new coffee table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's stuff that we need for around the house that we're like, saying it's for Christmas, but it's really just an excuse for us to buy something nice for our home.
Exactly. We just got a new faucet. We were like, Merry Christmas. Yay!
Merry Christmas.
Exactly.
I love this.
Michelle's done. You just need stocking. Well, good for you. I'm a little jealous. I think I'm mostly
what
done.
Is she ready for? What does that say?
Oh, how did I not see that? She's ready for the holiday. Thank you, Lucy. That's what I call her, is Lucy.
Well, I say it's time we dive into some entertainment news. What do you say we start a walk into this Kiki Corner?
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the doors tight. Let's have a Kiki. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Turn. Let's have a Kiki. We're going to turn and turn. Honey.
Girl, I'm on that holiday key tonight.
Oh, look at you. See?
Yeah, you're going to need more wine. I'm just saying.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Exactly. Well, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, Meghan, my favorite ex-princess. I mean, are they ex?
She's still a princess in my eyes. You're still amazing.
Exactly. She will always be for me. They are launching their own awards ceremony. How nice. They will give awards to people who excel in charitable service, education, science, and youth empowerment. Their Archwell Foundation will present the awards. How nice must it be to be so famous that you're like, I'm just going to make up my own awards. And today I award you best mailman and I award you best friend. And you get all of these titles now, right? Because they're so famous. That's
Candidly Krystal Awards would literally be like the meme that made us laugh this year. Congratulations. Yes, you win.
You win wine.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of royals, one of my favorites, who I think is royalty, Mariah Carey, is petitioning to meet the Queen of England. She tweeted, petitioning for an audience with the Queen regarding all I want for Christmas is you and your crown. Yeah.
Give me all those little diamonds that you have on display.
Please, hello. I think she just wants to go and see all of the royal jewelry because I would. I'd be like, yeah, thanks. The tea is great, but can we go to your closet?
Yeah, exactly.
You see the good stuff?
Point me. Are you allowed to have tea and cookies in your closet? Because I don't want to put this down yet.
Exactly. I mean, that'd be pretty fun to just play. Dress
that
up
would
in the
also
Queen's
be like
closet.
top headline news. Mariah Carey visits Queen Elizabeth. That's like everybody
I know.
waking up to saying, what did she do? What did she say? Did she sing? Did she do her little harmonizing for the Queen?
I know. Hey, that was pretty good, girl. Hit them high notes. Watch out, Mariah. Crystal Pino's coming for you. Mm-hmm.
I won't quit my day job, though, I swear. So as I mentioned, that would be a big headline. Another big headline. So Disney has actually been teasing for a couple days that they have a big announcement coming. And today, Disney made a major announcement. Not only is Beauty and the Beast going to have a prequel, it's among some Disney Plus originals that are going to be debuting in the next couple of years. And the one that I think everybody is excited about, Disney Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Yes, movie from 2009. She is getting her own original animated series. And I am so excited about this. It comes out in 2022 and she's in good company. So also coming out in 2022 is another original series for Baymax, which we all know from Big Hero 6, and also Zootopia Plus. All of those coming out in 2022. And Moana, the series, is going to be released in 2023. So Disney making some major announcements today. Like I told you, if you remember from Billy Madison, when he's in the preschool class sitting there listening, that's going to be me in the movie theater with all these kids, watching it, or with my own kids watching Disney Plus. That's Moana.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Go Disney. They are really stepping up their game and I love it. And now when I go to the movie theaters, I don't know if you do this, I get made fun of for this, but I bring socks and a blanket and sometimes Tupperware with my food in it.
Okay, I'm down with the Tupperware, but your own blanket and socks? Wait, what?
Because my feet get cold. And so I have to I can't enjoy the movie with cold feet. So I have to put my socks on and then my feet are warm, but then the rest of my body is cold. So then I have to have the blanket. I feel like I'm the person who messed things up for everybody else at the Roadhouse theaters when they were like, please don't take off your shoes. But because here's me taking off my shoes and putting
there's an arrow above Crystal's head, like me. That needs to be a topic one of these days on the show that talks about me too. I'm excited for the Moana one too, Sarah. Where we say, what are the strangest things you've seen people bring into a movie theater? I have literally seen someone bring in a full watermelon and a knife.
No.
And I am not kidding. And I remember thinking, man, can I have a piece?
Was that here in Arizona or was that in Colorado?
No, that was here. No. And I actually saw someone bring in an EG party pack and they had it disguised in their jacket. And they pulled it out. Yeah. And they pulled it out during the movie. And again, I found myself wanting to befriend them because I want to EG while the movie's going on.
I would go right out and be like, hey, if you bring it, you got to share. That's the rules.
Look at this. Did you see this?
Yes. Hey! Oh my God, I would love to be Tiana. It's kind of a secret dream of mine to be like Tiana at Disneyland and walk around and be like, and sing all the songs.
Well, it's all okay. Isn't that one of her songs?
Yes.
Okay, one of my favorite things about Tiana is that it's based around food. I literally felt like when that movie came out, she was speaking to my soul because if you're talking about food and singing about it, I am your girl.
All about it. You are all about it. Your favorite holidays are the ones around food.
I'm just saying, one of these days I want to see you as Tiana, and can you do a whole Tiana song for us?
I could, right? And I was actually approached to be Tiana for princess parties on backstage.com. And I was like, I'm all right. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work. It tastes like nothing. But yes, for you, I will. And speaking of divas, Ariana Grande announced yesterday that her new Sweetener concert film is coming to Netflix December 21st. Yay! Something to do. It's titled Excuse Me, I Love You. Oh, excuse me. With your hot pink tutu and your pink bra. That's pretty fabulous. What is going on with the bottom?
Next.
Is that
it reminds me of like a ballerina. I don't know. Maybe she does love boots.
Yeah, it looks like she has like liquid wax on her leg.
I mean, I would not put it past Miss Ari.
Maybe maybe she's going to be waxed on the special. Maybe that'll happen.
Is this extra? Am I paying extra for this?
A show and a wax. Sign me up.
You know what? I love that celebrities are bringing these concert series to Netflix, mainly because I subscribe to Netflix and I enjoy watching them. But I also think it's an opportunity to get your product, which for Ari is her concert, to people in the middle of a pandemic. To me, it's like, why are we not seeing more artists doing stuff like this? I know the price is right and they got to pay you, but your fans literally want it. That's all you need to know. We need it. They
can't see you. They can't see you live. This is the best way to connect right now. So I think we're going to start seeing more celebrities doing this. At least I hope so. And speaking of Ariana Grande, she gifted Katy Perry's daughter with a $710 Givenchy snowsuit. And Ariana sent a letter to Katy and Orlando Bloom that read, "Congrats. I adore you both. Love, Ariana."
That Netflix check hit.
Yeah,
that Netflix check hit. And she's like, "Oh, you just had a baby? Cool. Here's your snowsuit."
I know. I mean, if the baby's going to be in it for like 2 seconds, right? But those pictures of a baby in that snowsuit would be pretty fantastic. I think it's worth $700.
Hey, kid, you're wearing my car payment. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. My car payment is
Jeez, it'd be like 3 cars for me. You riding fancy, girl. I need to ride with you. What am I doing?
I know, right? I know. So this next story actually cracks me up. Nicolas Cage is working also with Netflix to host a 6-episode series called The History of Swear Words.
Oh.
And I wanted to, put a little beep in, but I won't do that because I know some people are watching that have their kids with them. This is going to premiere on January 5th. And he's going to interview historians, entertainers, experts, all about the history of profanity. Some of the bigger comedians that are going to be joining this, Nick Offerman, Sarah Silverman, and Nikki Glaser, they're all going to appear on the show to talk about the history of swear words, which, do you have like a swear word that's very exclusive to you and your family that other people don't know? Do you have a swear word like that? I'm very curious.
No, I have a fouler mouth than people would think when I'm real upset. I feel like my neighbors are probably like, geez, because I'm always like, when I get upset, I go outside. I'm like, rah! I like rage for a second. And they must be like, should we call the cops? Are we safe? I don't know. But I find them to be a nice release, right? Because I don't say them super often, but when I need to say them, I need to say them. What about you? Do you have a special word?
I always find myself, do you remember that commercial? Son of a biscuit eating bulldog. I always find myself saying that in front of my girls, son of a biscuit eating bulldog. But it's from that commercial. What is it, an Orbitz commercial, I think? Well,
that's great.
What the French toast? Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Things like that we use in our house. Yeah. No, totally.
I say, shut the front door. I say that. That one's pretty fun to say. Yeah. We got to get those swear words out. I have to watch that. And speaking of things to watch, the cast of Elf is doing a live table read. Oh my gosh. On December 13th. That's coming up. That's only 3 days away. At 4 p.m. Eastern time to support Georgia Democrats, Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. Yes. And these are the
bringing in the
politicians.
star power. Whew.
I know. I love this so much. They are the politicians that are involved in the upcoming Senate runoff in the state. So this is a big deal. This is wonderful. The donation price to watch the live stream starts at $30. Hey, we can afford that. We can. I might do this. I'm really excited. And Will Ferrell, Zooey Deschanel, Bob Newhart, Ed. I opened for Bob Newhart.
Oh, you
Did
did?
you know that? Yes, and I got a photo with him. I should have put the photo in here. What is
I
wrong
know.
with me? I'm sorry,
know.
I didn't.
That's
See.
okay.
But he was very sweet. And
What the
I snuck
French
into his
toast?
room. I actually snuck into his room and ate some of his food backstage because he had food and I didn't, and I was starving. Yes, Dennis, maybe we can watch it together.
Great idea.
Also, Mary Steenburgen, Andy Richter, John Lithgow, John Favreau. John Favreau actually was the director because I watched a Netflix special about like behind our favorite
We
holiday
just
movies.
watched that.
Did you watch that? It was great.
My
I
husband
loved
is the
it.
one that put it on, and all of a sudden I'm like
Wait.
captivated by it.
I said holiday.
It's called The Movies That Make Us.
Yes, that's very, very true. And there was so many times that Elf, the movie Elf, almost didn't make it
I know.
into becoming a movie. There were so many obstacles that they had to overcome. So I'm really glad that it became a movie and that now they're doing this special because it's such a good cause that they're supporting this Georgia Senate runoff.
Yes.
I even if I can't watch it, if I'm busy, which I think I am, I think I have a gig, I'm still going to give him my $30 because
might just throw some cash that way, right? I love it. Yes. If you ever want to join us inside the Kiki Corner, you can always send us an email, candidlykrystal@gmail.com. We love welcoming our viewers inside the Kiki Corner. So please send us an email. That was the Kiki Corner.
I want to have a Kiki. Lock the door tight. Let's have a Kiki. I'm gonna let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki.
I don't know what that was, but that was great.
I'm trying.
my
I'm trying.
gosh.
It's
I
the
love it.
one.
So now it's time to welcome our next guest. He is the co-founder and the CEO of SOMOS. Please welcome Arthur Garcia to Candidly Krystal. Yes, Arthur, we are so happy to have you on. Fun fact, before we actually begin this segment, I have known Arthur since I was probably 14, 15 years old. We went to high school together. I was in his sister's quinceañera. So I played basketball with her. So I'm excited to have you on the show. Arthur, welcome to Candidly Krystal.
Thanks, Crystal and Crystal, for having me on tonight. You know, when you started out with that intro and when you were 14, I was like, she's going to talk about that quinceañera, which I choreographed. I don't know if you remember, but I helped choreograph this quinceañera. Yes.
That's impressive.
I know, right?
We might need to have a redo. You might need to like bring that choreography back up.
Oh, I'm sure that, you know what? I'm actually home for the holidays here in Denver. I've been living in San Francisco for a number of years, but the VHS tape is somewhere around here. So, you know.
Oh, incriminating evidence, Pino.
Hashtag go viral. Well, Arthur, welcome to the show. I know what you're doing is so important, and I want to make sure that we get the message out there. What exactly is SOMOS, and tell us what you do inside of your organization.
Sure. Well, SOMOS is Spanish for we are. And one of the things that we're really focused on is education and helping with identity and also solving the problem of precision medicine. So what does all that mean? Is what we're doing is we have a DNA ancestry test for Latinos, Latinas, Hispanics, Chicanos, Chicanas, Latinx, however you choose to identify. We are helping to further define what's currently available on the market. So if you've taken a 23andMe or an Ancestry DNA test to discover your ancestral roots, and you're like me, you might be disappointed to find that you'll get the result that says you're 55% European and the rest is Native American. It's like, all right, well, I already knew that.
Right? Tell me more. Like, wait a minute.
More.
Exactly. Oh, wow. That's so interesting. So you're saying that this helps to break it down even further than that?
Yes, it does. And the way that we're able to do this is we have built relationships with the indigenous nations in Mexico to start with. And so we go into the indigenous communities, build relationships and also build bridges with them, but also take samples because they know that there's importance in developing precision medicine in the future, specifically for Latinos and Latinas.
So important.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you guys break it down even further, because I did an ancestry DNA test, because for Black people, we can't just do the documentation, right? It stops. There comes to a point where we don't know where we came from, because we came over on a boat. And so once they came out with the DNA for ancestry, I was very excited. And mine came back. I have it right here. I was looking it up. I'm like 23% England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe. And then 21% German, right? Hello, who would have thunk it? And then, but what I really wanted was there to be something very definitive about my African heritage. Like, I didn't want to be like 1% of everything from Africa, right? I wanted to belong somewhere. And I came back as 18% Nigerian, and I was so excited about that. And so you're saying that for SOMOS, it helps to pinpoint even further, like what part of Nigeria, like what tribes, but for the Latinx community, which I think is so fantastic. I love this so much. And so why now? Why try and solve this now versus maybe sooner than now?
Sure. Well, I think a lot has gone into trying to get here. I think that based on the number, there's 26 million individuals that have had shared their data with these larger companies. So that means that there's a market for it. So, but there isn't anything specifically for Latinos to date. So you can go on Family Search, you can start to build your family tree and find who these specific people are. But if you're looking to find out, okay, what region of Mexico did my ancestors? I personally identify as Mexican American, and you know what can I find out about my family's past, my identity? I mean, I think for many reasons, a lot of folks might feel like, you know, they've been told, you know, based on where they're from, they're not going to amount to anything, or, you know, your family is, you know, 2 generations ago. But what if young people were able to discover that they were that they have family lineage to the Mayans, right? So we know that the Mayans helped discover the concept of zero. We know that they discovered chocolate and that they were astronomers. So what can that knowledge do to a young person that's looking to identify their path, right? So obviously Maya Angelou has the quote that, you know, in order to know where you're going, you got to know where you came from, right? And so that's what we're looking to do, is unlock those ancestral roots.
I love that. That to me is so important. I love that. Well, here you go, Rogelio. I know Roger's a good friend. This is your chance right here, right? This is your chance to really dive in deeper. So Arthur, I want to know, why, in your own words, would you say Latinx ancestry is a problem?
Well, I think that there's different ways that we choose to self-identify. Like I mentioned, I identify as Mexican American, but we know that Colorado, Arizona, California, Texas was all part of Mexico until the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848. So there's a fun fact, right? So I think people have forgotten, you know, the makeup of the country and its history, right? So I think, again, it's an enlightenment, it's a reconnection. And so I think when we understand who we are, where we come from, we begin to love one another a little more. We begin to respect one another, because it could be that you might discover that you are related to someone or to a culture that you previously didn't know. And, you know, how about that for, you know, enlightenment?
You know, I want to speak on that, because I feel like since 2016, there has sort of been a target on Latinx, right? And we all know why. It's the elephant in the room on why we have this, that we identify with it negatively. And I feel like one of the biggest disservices in our society is people don't feel things until they're actually a part of it. And when you feel like you're a part of something, no matter what it is, whether it's finding your ancestry and saying, wow, I am actually a part of that, and I thought so negatively because of something that was planted in my head or whatever. So to kind of go off what you said, Arthur, we all have a very beautiful history. We are not just Americans. I know growing up, My mom, my grandma were insistent on, you are French, you are Irish, you are Polish, you are German, you know, and my dad, on the other hand, was like, you are Spanish. Like, we all have these different parts of us, as opposed to just saying, well, I'm just white, or I'm Latino, or well, tell me more. Where in reality, when we think about it, we really are connected and intertwined and have so many similarities, more than we have differences, you know?
Absolutely agree with that. And I think that sometimes we make it hard for ourselves because we, you know, the term you use, Latinx, many people use it. But if I were to tell my mother, like, you know, how does it feel to be a Latinxer? She'd be like, what'd you call me? So I think it's generational, but it also depends on where you live and where you come from, because, you know, another misconception out there is not everybody that speaks Spanish is from Mexico, right? So I think you have to respect folks that are from the Caribbean, folks that are from Central and South America, as well as Latino or Latina or Hispanic, as they choose to identify.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm really interested in this test. I want you to tell us, like, how does it work? How do we get one? How long does it take to get results? Tell us about that.
Sure. So I am debuting for the 2View Krystal the kit that is now in stock. So you can see it there on your screen. So it comes with a nicely designed box that has a tube to collect your saliva, and it has instructions on what to do. It's going to tell you to fast for 30 minutes. Don't chew gum, don't smoke before you take this. And you're going to collect about 5 milliliters of your saliva. You're going to put it in the tube, and then you're going to put some of the little preservative liquid there in that other little tube, and then seal it, and then send it back to us. Now, here's another thing that's very important is you saw that little card there with like the face. So this is where privacy comes in. So we are using blockchain technology. So sometimes when people hear blockchain, they shut down. They're like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Is that Bitcoin? No. So what we're doing is we're actually democratizing the way that this data is collected. So when you send us your tube, we don't know who you are, and you're going to activate your tube, and it's going to have 12 different words. So I'll put it there that you're going to write down, and this becomes your wallet. So that means nobody can access your data. You own your data, and you need those 12 words and in order to unlock that information. So that's one key differentiator that we're doing, because when you think about it, the new gold is data. I mean, we all know it. We upload videos, we share pictures. Most, you know, the big companies are all about data. So what we're doing is we're democratizing it, and what all that means is you own it. So in the future, should we be able to discover new drugs or therapeutics or pharmaceuticals because you participated? We're looking at ways to compensate individuals, and especially the native communities that participated, because what a way to give back and contribute to those communities, and saying, thank you, we discovered a new drug for diabetes that's specific for your genetics.
Wow, that literally is groundbreaking. And this is a look at what your results will come to you like, right, Arthur? This is what it looks like?
That is correct. And so I do want to give a shout out to my father, who contributed his data. And so that's kind of where the light bulb went off for me. So if you can see the one on the left, my father took one of these tests, and it said that he was 51% East Asian and Native American, and 40.6% European. So again, the moment of, I kind of already knew that the Spanish came to the Americas, but tell me more. So when I uploaded my father's data into our system, we were able to get these results, which I discovered that my father is almost 37% Nahua Otami, 5.69% Zapoteca, and 5.49% Tarahumara. Now, the Tarahumaras are from the Sierras in the state of Chihuahua, and they're known for being distance runners. So as this isn't a kind of like the end, once you discover this, it's kind of like a treasure hunt. It's like you unlock a little bit, and then you want to learn a little bit more. Like maybe you want to visit the Sierras of Chihuahua because you know that your family comes here. So we're excited about the education that we're able to provide. And so there's two products that we have. The first is if you've never participated in one of these tests, then you would order the kit. You can go online and you can order that kit, and you will get the tubes. So you can send it back to us, and that's going to take about 4 to 6 weeks to get the results. It comes with a return label to get it to the lab. But if you've already participated, if you've already sent your sample to one of the other major companies, then all you need to do is go to our website, purchase the reanalysis service. It's $39. And upload your raw data from those companies, and we'll be able to run it through our algorithms and get you your results. So there's 2 ways to participate.
Wow.
That's great. So you don't have to like respit. They already have it. You just got to share the information.
They already got it, so you don't have to worry about the brujeria someone's going to do with your spit. And that's just Spanish for like, sorcery or things that you might, if you're superstitious like that. What are you going to do with my hair sample, or what are you going to do with my saliva, right?
It's so true. I love that you guys keep it like pretty on lock with that 12-word code, because people were submitting their samples and then like their cousin was getting arrested because they did a DNA test, right? And their cousin did something and it was like, they're related to you. And then they found that person that way. So
which has actually dissuaded a lot of people from doing this, when in reality, the whole goal, much like it is for SOMOS, is so that we really can find out who we are. Now, Arthur, I love this because you are offering our viewers a coupon code. Tell us about this promo code for somosancestria.com.
Yes. So you can go online to somosancestria.com and you can purchase the kit or the reanalysis service, and you can get 10% off by using the code. It's very original. It's Con Garcia 20 with Garcia, because you're here live with me, Garcia, and Krystal squared. So that is the code for you this evening to get 10% off. And it makes a great holiday gift for the whole family.
Yeah, that's a great gift.
One thing I will say is I grew up considering myself Mexican American, so I love learning how other Latinos identify themselves, and I'd love to learn more about my heritage too. I think this is so important, and I just want to warn everybody, once you start, you won't be able to stop. You're going to want to keep digging and digging, especially when you have things that are tangible that you can say, oh my gosh, this was my great-great-grandfather. There's a picture, or my great-great-grandmother. I mean, once you really start in this, you can't stop because you just want to know more.
Right. I mean, someone might want, the Pinos might want to know like how many wrestlers are in their family ancestry, right? Or entertainers like yourself, Krystal.
Yeah, exactly. And find new family members across the country. Find people that you're connected to that you didn't even realize, which happened to me, when I did the DNA test. So I love this so much. Arthur, thank you for coming onto our show. Again, if you're interested in the kit, promo code for 10% off, Con Garcia 20 to SOMOS. And we have Arthur Garcia, co-founder and COO of SOMOS. Arthur, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, and shout out to Commerce City.
Yay! Commerce City in the house. Yes. I love it. Thank you, Arthur. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Arthur.
Everybody, again, make sure you take the time to check out. You can also send an email, because I know a lot of you put comments and questions. You can send an email, hola@somosancestria.com, or you can go to the website, somosancestria.com. Oh, man. Tell me that was not so
that was really
interesting.
Cool.
And you really just want to dive in more. One of the things that I love, my mom's side of the family actually has a book about this thick that has our family crest, and you can read and read and read. And on my dad's side, I feel like I'm like wanting more. Give me more. I want to know more. Like Arthur said, I want to know more about the Pinos. I want to know more about that side of my family. So if you're like me, or as Krystal said, you want to dive a little bit deeper, that is something you should look into. What a cool guest. That was awesome.
That was really, really enlightening. And speaking of enlightening, it's time to welcome our next guest to Candidly Krystal. She's a wife, she's a mother, singer, actress, performer, party planner, financial planner, and life coach, Liz Cracchiolo. Welcome, Liz.
Hello. Holidays.
Holidays! A little Madonna for your birthday.
Holiday!
Well, Liz, welcome to the show. We are so excited to have you. But I got to be honest, I got a little tired just saying all of the things that you do because you're basically Superwoman. So how do you find the time and the inspiration to do all of the things that you do?
I think I'm just wired that way. I've just always been that way. I have a sister who, when she was 8 years old, decided, I'm going to be a nurse. And she became a nurse, and she's been a nurse for 30 years. And I was always so jealous of that because I thought, if I just had one thing and I could just do that one thing. And it took me so long to realize, it's actually a gift to be able to do a lot of things and to be able to shift gears a lot. So I love it. My family will tell you that I never stop. And that's just me. That just makes me happy. So it's all good. That's just how I am wired.
Now, one thing that I love about you, Liz, and I've never met you, so I feel like you're my friend in my head after realizing all of this. Your main goal is to uplift and inspire women and really help them become their truest self. So we have a lot of ladies who, and fellas too, you can pass this information on to your sister, your mother, your wife, whatever it is. What are some small ways that each of us right now can do to change our lives for the better?
Okay, so a few little things you can start doing today. One thing I would say is, just don't take life so seriously. One of my favorite instructors on the Peloton, he says, it's not that serious, boo. And you know what? That's a lesson I give to myself too. It's like, just laugh, just try to have a good time with your life. That's what we're here for, right? Surround yourself with people that make you laugh, that make you feel good, that build you up. Have a community that you feel safe in, that you can just be yourself. That's number one. Number two, on the other side of that is, and it's really important right now, especially with social media, is all of those other things like the news that makes you upset or people who are putting negative things on your page. You got to figure out how to get those things out of your life.
Did you see my face with that? My face, I can relate to that on so many levels. There are so many times where I check in with Krystal or some of my close girlfriends, and the response I get is, Krystal, stop trolling those people. Krystal, get off the internet and stop commenting those things. And one of the pieces of advice that I got is, unless it affects your life directly, take it out of the picture. Take it out of the picture. Who cares? Right?
100%. So with the social media, it's 100%. Do you know these people? Are they really in your life? No. When it's somebody in your life, or when it's somebody that you have to deal with day to day, I will say 9 times out of 10, what they're giving you that's negative is really about them and not about you. And you have to remember that, because people are carrying around a lot of stuff, especially right now. We've got a lot of worries. We've got a lot of things going on inside. And a lot of times it just comes out as not nice to other people. So you got to remember, it's not about
one thing I found on the internet that really hit me, especially in 2020, was realizing how people process trauma has taught me not to take things personal. We don't know what happened in some of these people's lives, or is still continuing to happen, especially now in the middle of a pandemic. So the way people are reacting or pushing their aggressions on you, like you said, Liz, has less to do with you than it does with, it's more about them and how they're handling whatever it is they're going through or maybe went through,
And
yes, for sure.
And so many times, if you think someone's being hostile to you, kindness will actually change that game. So they may not react in a way that you want then, but if you're kind to them, it may actually make a huge difference in their life, but it'll also make a difference in your life, because you how I just handled that? I was just kind to that person. So it's really important to take care of you and your mental health. And that's another thing I would say is so important, especially right now, is take care of your body. That means exercising. That means drinking water, which I'm the #1 queen of Diet Coke, and I had to learn how to drink water. But it makes such a difference. And get really good sleep, you guys. It's so important.
God, sleep. Oh, sleep. What's that? No, I'm just kidding. I've been getting better sleep. I've been doing that one. I am excited about that. But yeah, I always say that hurt people hurt people,
Right.
right? And so you kind of have to just distance yourself, exactly like you're saying, from these people who are quote unquote joy suckers in your life, because, you know, if you don't need them, you don't need them. Step aside. It's so true. I want to talk about your performing, because you are an award-winning actress. You played Yitzhak in Hedwig and The Angry Inch, which I love. I love that. Donna in Mamma Mia, which I got to see you do that live, and you were fantastic. Ella in The Producers, and so many more. And I love Dennis's comment. I love that you don't take extra bows after shows. You gotta love Dennis. You know, he's gonna come with that. Do you think that your musical theater background gives you an edge as a life coach? Because not everybody does musical theater.
I do for a couple of reasons. The first reason is I think what makes me strong as a performer is that I am really comfortable being vulnerable. And that's, you know, you understand that, Krystal, as a singer too. It's when you really show people how you're feeling inside, that's when you really connect with people, and when you're not afraid to do that. So I feel that that is one barrier that's already down, because if you can see, I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. I'm going to tell you all the things that I did to screw up. And so it's a safe place when you're talking to me about messing up and getting back and trying again. So that's number one. Number two is, for me, I always wanted to be a performer, but my perfectionism really got in the way, to the point where I made myself sick. I had to leave school. I couldn't find the joy in it anymore. So I had to start over and really stop worrying about, is this product out here to the world perfect? Or is this something I'm doing that's making me feel joy inside? So that was a really long process for me. I stopped performing for a long time, and not until I started just doing it for myself and going, you know what, I'm just going to do what feels good, and hopefully people will respond to that. And guess what? If people don't like it, that's okay too. So all of those things and those things that I had to go through to get to that place of joy is what I hope that I could share with others, so that they can get that too, no matter what their goals are, their dreams are.
Yes, that's so wonderful. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but behind Liz are playbills and posters of all of the shows that she has been in. Look at that myriad. It's just beautiful. I love that so much. And also, Liz, I wanted to let you know that somebody's asking if you're single, in case you want to give that shout out.
That one is he is taken it. He's mine. He's just being cute.
Are we swiping left or swiping right?
I love that. So, Liz, 2 questions for you. What does Nava mean? Am I saying it right? Nava?
You are saying it right.
Okay. Yeah.
Nava was my childhood nickname, because when I was little, I couldn't say love ya. I said Nava.
Oh,
So that's what my family called me. And what was funny was, when I was starting my blog and trying to think of what to name it, all of a sudden that just popped into my head, and I hadn't thought about that name for so many years. And it was just it was like one of those moments where it's like, oh, this is so perfect, because for me, like, what I'm trying to get people to do is rediscover that person in you that you kind of thought like, well, I've got to put it away now and be a accountant, or, you know, a nurse or a doctor. And I'm going to put these things away, those things that were kind of wild inside of me when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So when I thought of that name, I thought that's so perfect, because it's me returning to myself.
yes.
And that's really what I'm trying to do. So yeah, that's what Nava is.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. And on your site, you have a lot of things to offer people, the life coaching, but you also have Lizzy's Life Hacks, which I think is just a great name. So
I love life hacks.
Can you share with us, what is a life hack? What's a life hack maybe we can do right now? You know, what's going on with that?
So life hacks are anything that makes your life easier, that can save you money, that you can figure out how to do things faster, more efficiently. And so I just, you know what? I don't even know how this started. I think that one started during COVID. Someone said, God, you have so many great little life hacks. I think you should just start YouTube. And I'm like, I'm going to start. And my husband came home from work and I said, I made 4 videos today. Yeah, I'm doing life hacks. So I've got one right here, actually. So Do you guys know what this is?
It looks like a candle.
It's cute, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
very cute.
It's actually where I keep my Clorox wipes.
Wow.
So here's my life hack. I have always hated ugly things on my counter, including Clorox wipes. And this was even before COVID. And so I couldn't stand that ugly thing on my counter. No offense, Clorox, any brand. So I went and you go and buy contact paper that matches your decor, and you just wrap it around the wipe container.
Wow.
And then when you run out, you just open it up and put the new wipes inside, and you have this adorable little thing on your counter that matches your decor.
I love that. And it's so easy. Yeah, that is so easy.
So cheap. So cheap, too. Okay, here's another one of my favorites. Have you guys ever gotten a roasted chicken you're going to make, say, tacos, and you have to shred the chicken? And
Yes.
they're a mess.
I hate it.
The chicken is hot, and it's such a mess. Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a stand mixer?
Yeah.
Oh, like a KitchenAid?
Right.
Like a blender or even right
Yeah.
in the blender mixer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All you have to do is literally take the pieces off the chicken, big hunks, throw it in your KitchenAid or throw it in a bowl with beaters, turn on the KitchenAid for literally 30 seconds, and you have perfect shredded chicken for tacos.
What?
Might have to do a Taco Friday.
Wow.
Hey. If you ask my husband, if I were to bring my husband in the shot right now, that is I hate it. He is a chicken connoisseur. I hate shredding chicken. I hate cutting the fat off. I hate touching it and it making my hands sticky. So this is literally a life hack times 1,000 for me. I'm like, oh,
Wow.
maybe I'll make more chicken stuff now.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's going to be a chicken holiday for you every day, Pino.
Wait a minute. Chicken holiday?
Yes. Yes. Chicken holiday. Mhm.
Oh my God.
I called it. We have our own awards now. We can also make our own holidays. And
I
we're
like
doing
it.
chicken holiday.
Hey, count me in. So, Liz, anybody that's watching right now, if they're thinking, okay, I could benefit from some life coaching, what does a session with you look like?
So right now, obviously, it's going to be via phone or Zoom. And a lot of times it's going to be that way anyway. And really, it's all about you. So there's no thing where I'm going to say, well, here's my structure and you have to fit into this. No. What it is it's really about what is it that you want? Where do you want to go? A lot of times people confuse coaching with therapy. And for me, a really easy way to explain that is therapy is many times looking at things that have happened in the past. Life coaching is really geared towards the future and what you want that to look like. So we really break that down and go into, what are you trying to achieve? And then from what I can learn about you and how you respond to things positively, I can give you some tools to get you to start working towards those goals in ways that you really actually enjoy and you'll do it.
How often do you meet? Is it like a weekly thing? Is it a daily thing? How often do you meet with the people that you are involved with the life coaching?
So a perfect scenario would be to do 2 sessions a month, so every 2 weeks. And typically I would ask you to make a commitment of 6 months if you can, because that's where you can really see some growth. That's where you can really, because let's be honest, it's not going to be all the way forward. You know how you make progress. You take a couple steps forward, you take 1 step back, you take a couple steps forward, you take 1 step back. So that's why we really want to try to see some growth over time.
When you have a client, do they keep a journal or even like a vision board? We know vision boards are very popular. Do you have your clients doing those things?
I love vision boards.
Me too.
I absolutely do. Now, if you're a visual person, that's a perfect scenario. Some people are better with writing. So sometimes I might say something like, okay, so you're in a room and it's 5 years from now and you overhear some people talking about you and saying wonderful things about you, the things that you could only dream about, like your future is. Like, Krystal Stark is the most beautiful, kind, amazing human, and she's the best mother. And she's, so you're listening to this person say all these things that you're like, this is what I wish. Okay, so let's make that happen. Yeah.
Bring that to life. Which I have to agree with everything you just said. Yes, she is. She is.
No, right back at you, Pino, and you too, Liz. I thought you were going to say Krystal Stark drinks so much wine, and she thinks every day is a holiday. Hey!
Well, really quick. So speaking of this whole life coaching, you're actually offering a special just for our Candidly Krystal viewers. So if you follow @Nova on Instagram and you DM the word Krystal, whether it's with a C or a K, you can spell it any way you want. Just make sure we can read it and it says Krystal. You will be entered in to win a month of life coaching sessions. That's 2 bi-monthly Zoom sessions, because I know a lot of people right now in 2020, one of the things I keep hearing is stop telling people they need to do something during the pandemic. Sometimes self-care, self-love, and sitting with yourself is all you need.
Yes.
So I know there's some people who are feeling some type of way right now in 2020, and it's so beneficial to be able to talk to somebody like you who's going to just pull out all the good. Give me all the good that you got.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is an opportunity. Not none of that pressure of like what all these million projects I'm going to do during COVID. If there's one thing you do right now where you have more time, it's really try to get to know yourself better. I want to say start to date yourself. I know it sounds funny,
no, it's true.
It's so true. Like try to figure out, what makes you excited. We have an opportunity right now. We've really slowed our lives down where we're not going and going and going. What did I used to do that I would get lost in? What makes me really happy? How can I return to that? Those kinds of things. And if you're not ready for coaching, just please follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
I really feel like so many people are just isolated right now and they just need positive messages out there. And I'm just trying to put it out there every day, things that just hopefully brighten your day or inspire you or, make you want to make a positive change. So please do that.
And you too. You have brightened my day so many times on Instagram. I'm glad I get to say that to your face and say that what you're doing is wonderful. And as Dennis says, never enough, never. Yes, of course. And you give great advice. And anyone who is looking for a way to find themselves and to come back to their own happiness that maybe they've been lacking. Maybe they need this kind of push right now, especially with the new year coming up. We encourage them to, again, go to your Instagram page @Neva and DM the word Krystal so you can get a free month of coaching. So you could be entered to win. Liz, you're amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you know what? And I think we should consider bringing some occasional Liz life hacks on to Candidly Krystal.
A regular thing.
Yes, I love that because there's so many times where I have discovered a life hack and I'm like, you just changed my life. Thank you. Yeah. You just gave me 10 extra minutes by myself because of that life hack. Thank you. It's a holiday.
Yes. You gave Krystal her chicken holiday.
Again.
And when you spread your chicken, you gotta send me photos, okay?
If you do it. You should take a video, Pino, when you do it.
I'm gonna. I'm literally like, okay, Taco Friday sounds like a lot of fun now that I know it's gonna take me less time and I'm not gonna get all sticky.
Don't even tell your husband to surprise him.
Right? I love it.
Well, thank you, Liz, so much for being on the show. Please follow her @Neva on Instagram or visit neva.com or email her at lizdivacoach@gmail.com for more information on this fabulous lady. We love you, Liz.
Thank you, Liz.
Bye. Oh, how great. Look at you coming out with new knowledge, new chicken knowledge.
We had lots of good information on tonight's show. We talked about you can't go somewhere if you don't know where you came from with SOMOS and Arthur Garcia, which I hope so many people watching tonight are motivated to really dive into what their heritage is. It's so important. It's so important.
Yes, it really is because like I was saying, my mom is white and my dad is black. And so people often don't understand how my kids are my kids. And many people think they're adopted, but they're a quarter black, like Mariah Carey. she's a quarter black. So they're very, very light skinned. And so I could trace back a lot more ancestry on my mother's side because there's more readily available information. And we were able to trace back like tombstones and stuff in Germany and stuff. So that's really cool. But on my side, there just comes a cliff where it just falls off where we don't know. So that's why the DNA is really, really important. And companies like SOMOS who break it down even further. Because I would love to go to Nigeria and be like, hey, knock on somebody's house and be like, we're related.
You're my second, twice removed cousin. No, growing up, my grandparents were insistent that we knew where we were from. I remember my mom, my grandma, my grandpa saying, no, you're not white, okay? You are French, you're Irish, you're Polish, you're Russian, all of these things. And I'm just fascinated. And I remember the first time talking to my husband and telling him all this stuff, he's like, so you're white. I'm like, no, I'm not white. I'm French. I'm Irish. I'm Polish. I'm like, you wonder why I got these cankles? That's my Polish side. Okay. So for me, I love to see it broken down like that because that's how I was raised. I was raised, my grandparents used to always leave us with, remember who you are. And as a kid, I was like, I'm Krystal. Like, I know who I am. But now I actually get what that means. Remember who you are because what's inside of you didn't start right here. It started a long, long time ago and let me fill you in. So that to me was so fascinating. And then, of course, everybody in 2020 needs a life hack. We can all use a Lizzy life hack.
I'm about to go get some contact paper right now. Wrap my Clorox. I mean, we have like 2 Clorox bottles left that we're like saving because they're gold right now. It's still really hard to find them. But heck yeah, I'll dress that thing up. That's a great idea.
And it was so simple. Something so even, simple. When the kids go back into school, even doing their Lysol wipes like that and sending them to school like that.
You can put glitter on it, like a glitter name, glitter letters of their teacher's room.
Lots of stuff.
A teacher gift.
Yeah. That's a great teacher gift.
Yeah. You put Mrs. Smith on there and she could just change out the Clorox wipes. Every teacher would love that. If somebody gave that to me, I would cherish it forever. So
you'd be refilling it.
There you go. You can give them your empty one. And then if they have, since nobody can find any wipes right now, and then they can get new wipes and put it in there.
Right? I think it's a great idea too. So we had a wonderful show. I know we're running a little bit late, but we still got to have a little bit of wind down time. What do you say, Krystal? It's time to wind down.
For one.
Okay, I have to comment on the first story that you found for wind down time. Half a Christmas tree? Is that right?
Yeah.
It's half a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Tell me more. What is this?
I saw this and I laughed at first and then I was like, actually, that's kind of fantastic because Hammaker Schlemmer introduced the half Christmas tree. It saves you space. That's actually the tree. That is not a doctored photo. That is what it looks like. It saves you space and you only have to decorate one side. Check that out.
Oh.
You put it right against the wall. Yes.
Well, when I see it like that, it makes sense. But when you see the standalone picture.
It looks rough like that. But then it makes sense because you're like, oh yeah, like if you have a smaller, this is a large space that they have it in, but if you have a small apartment, say you're in New York, and you really want a tree, but how you're going to fit it in, this is perfect. And you only have to buy half the presents.
That is so cool. And you know what? As a parent, you only have to fix half a side that your kids put ornaments clumped up together. Makes your job easier.
Because I mean, I have mine against the wall and like the side that's against the wall definitely gets the short end of the stick because I'm not trying to reach around there and put those ornaments on that side. So there's already less on that side. So just cut that side out. Do the side that makes sense.
This ornament. Go put it on the back. Just move it around the back.
Well, I guess that's the hard part. Like with this, there's no back. So
no, which is good.
You have to like every ornament. Yes.
You bring out all the top notch with this one. We don't have time for rookies with half a tree.
No, ain't nobody got time for that. Give me that half tree. That's what I need.
I think that's actually kind of cool and very brilliant. Like you said, a lot of people who live in New York or even LA have these small flats where you really have room for nothing. Now you have some room for festiveness and holiday.
Holiday. Don't get me going on my Madonna again, girl.
I'm empty. I need a refill. I'm going to fill this up. And while I'm filling this up, I want to talk to you about some cookies, okay? I am a sucker for sweets. My husband makes fun of me all the time because I would literally have my dessert before my dinner every night if I could. Like I prefer the sweet before the savory. And right now, we're all lovers of Girl Scout cookies. Who doesn't love a Girl Scout cookie? They have a new flavor that they're going to debut called Toastier. The cookie tastes like French toast dipped in icing.
No.
I love French toast. That is probably my all-time favorite breakfast dish. I don't care how you make it, what you put on it. I love French toast. So now we have Girl Scout cookies, Toastier. Dangerous. Quarantine gonna be more like quarantine 15 squared.
No, they're gonna be outside of Walgreens come January 1st, and you're gonna have to try to walk by like, you're gonna buy some boxes. I want some too. Those sound great.
Well, the one thing when I was living in Colorado and they passed the legislation for marijuana, a story went viral because Girl Scout sellers put themselves in front of a dispensary and they sold out every single time. So it just passed in Arizona.
Hey, Girl Scouts. Hey, it's a good idea.
Hey, toast yay.
Toast yay, yay. Toast yay, hey. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Man, if my boys were in Girl Scouts, I would have them parked out there right now. That's so great.
Cookie holiday.
Cookie holiday. I love it.
Okay, I feel like you've been on the verge of singing Madonna Holiday all night. Can we just get a couple bars? Can we just get a couple bars, Krystal Stark?
Celebrate. Oh, yeah. Let's celebrate. Holiday. It could be time.
I need to keep hitting that the whole time.
Yeah. Come on. Gotta get the cue.
Oh, my gosh. No matter where you're watching us tonight, whether it's Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch, be sure to subscribe to our account. So on Facebook, like us. On Instagram, follow us. On Twitch, subscribe. And make sure you give our video a like. And if you haven't found us on all the other platforms, we would really appreciate if you did. We're really trying to grow this show. And the more we grow, the more we can recognize you guys and your businesses and your talents. So if you have a chance, you can always go to candidlykrystal.com. You will see everywhere that we're at right there. You can send us an email from candidlykrystal.com. But most importantly, please make sure that you're here with us every Thursday. I know we have a couple special edition shows coming up, which I guess we should mention because we're not far off.
No.
Our Christmas show is going to be special. It's going to be on Christmas, the 23rd, Christmas 23rd, not December 23rd.
Not December
and
23rd.
Then our New Year's show is actually going to be that Wednesday as well, which is the 30th. So, Krystal, I haven't even talked to you about this, but I have an idea. What if on Christmas 23rd, we did like a pajama party? What if we wore our Christmas pajamas and our viewers, if they're not already in their Christmas pajamas, showed up and watched Candidly Krystal on December 23rd in our PJs?
Oh, that's great. But what if my pajamas look like Ariana Grande's? Is that okay? Is that PG-13?
You're going to have a lot of kids like this.
No, I'm down for that. That sounds fun. Maybe you can find some Toastiers, like get them, before they're like official. And
you know who has the hookup on that? Jasmine, who made our logo, which is in the corner right now, our Candidly Krystal. She works for the Girl Scouts of Southern Arizona. We might have to holler at her to get some of those Toastiers.
They'd be like, we just want to promote them because it's coming up, and then we can have some.
But this is me promoting.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good promotion. You can't fake that. If you're eating it,
right?
you're thinking it. People can tell when that's real.
And you know what? Something I want to mention too is I love our viewers are sending small businesses to us. I've had Megan reach out to me a couple times with small businesses that she think would be awesome on our show. So if you're watching Candidly Krystal, and it doesn't matter where you're at in the United States, in the world, it doesn't matter. This is all virtual. We can bring anybody on as long as you have somewhere where people can connect with you virtually. We would love to have you on our show. So please send us an email at candidlykrystal@gmail.com if you'd love to showcase your business or even your talent. We would love to hear from you and bring you on our show so that everybody can be aware of all the good things that you're doing.
We want to highlight everyone and lift people up. We want to be here for you. We want to cheer you on and have fun and have a good time every week. And like Liz was saying, just be a bright light in your day. So that's why we are here. We are so grateful that you have tuned in. Thank you so much. And we hope that you tune in next Thursday at 7 p.m., same time, same station, because we have some more fantastic guests coming your way.
Can't wait. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing Thursday night and a safe weekend. And we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.